Vienna has been an important center of musical innovation. 18th and 19th century composers were drawn to the city due to the patronage of the Habsburgs, and made Vienna the European capital of classical music. Joseph Haydn, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Ludwig van Beethoven, Franz, Schubert and Johann Strauss too, among others, were associated with the city, with Schubert being born in Vienna. During the Baroque period, Slavic and Hungarian folk forms influenced Austrian music. Vienna's status began its rise as a cultural center in the early 16th century, and was focused around instruments including the lute. Yodeling, a form of singing that involves rapid and repeated changes of register, was developed in the Alps. What Austria called it was Juchidsen. Rock and pop music. Falco was the most popular Austrian solo artist throughout the 1980s. His song, Rock Me Amadeus, reached the Billboard Hot 100 in 1986. His sudden death in 1998 in the Dominican Republic catapulted his music from the 1980s once again into the spotlight. Although Austria is not exactly the biggest exporter of international rock and pop bands, there are a few notable musicians and bands. Opus also made it in the charts worldwide as well. In the last few years, several music groups toured Europe and had commercial success in the international charts, the most prominent being Christina Sturmer, Shezzies, who supported Bryan Adams on his European tour, and some other bands like AOR and Cornerstone are notable for the recent contributions. Black and death metal trio Belphegor currently leads the Austrian metal scene, which also includes Hollenthon, Pungent Stench, Abigor, Disharmonic Orchestra, Visions of Atlantis, Dawn on Riage, Summoning and A Static Fear. Christian Fennis is an Austrian electronic musician. Other electronic musicians who call Austria home include Der Blutharsch, active in the neo-folk scene. As a Sturm-picked drummer, Thomas Lang was born in Vienna in 1967, and has played with artists such as Robert Fripp, Jerry Halliwell and Robbie Williams. There is not a big indie rock scene in Austria. One of the few international touring bands is killed by 9-volt batteries from Vienna. Yearly the Waves Vienna Music Festival and AMP conference takes place in October. This festival is a showcase festival for European pop music acts, contemporary classical music. The Vienna Philharmonic is a world-renowned classical music ensemble and tours throughout the year all over the world. The New Year's Day concert held in Vienna every year in the Musikverein is one of Europe's most important classical concerts during the year. Electronic music. There is a vital electronic music scene in Austria. Groups and artists include Parov Stieler, Kruder and Dorfmeister and Electro Guzzi. Drum and bass also has a healthy reputation, with internationally successful artists like Camo and Amp, Krut, Desas, Ill, Skills and Nephew. Neue Deutsche Hart. Neue Deutsche Hart is most popular in Austria and the rest of German-speaking Europe. Notable bands include Stahlhammer and Lamia Mortel, both of which have had some international success. The German band Samsus Traum is now based in Austria as well.